you guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today, as I was going over everything that's been going on with the Chrisley family, I stumbled across something that I have not yet seen. It's not old, it just happened like 2 or 3 days ago, but I was shocked to see that no other YouTuber had really talked about this, or to my knowledge they haven't. So I wanted to hop on here really quick and let you guys listen to something. Okay, I'm going to warn you, and I'm going to give a little bit of a backstory first, but I'm going to warn you the audio is not that great. Savannah gave an interview in the middle of an airport, so it is kind of loud, but I am going to let you guys listen to the interview where Savannah slammed her sister, basically saying she's just trying to get more fame. She also slammed Robbie Hayes, which is the guy that Lindsie was intimate with in this alleged sex tape. And she said that if they can't get their 5 minutes of fame on the shows that they normally do, they're going to try to basically ride the coattails of the Chrisleys. Okay, so you guys, we know that there's been some issues between the family for a while now. Back right before like the 5th season happened of Chrisley Knows Best, Lindsie announced that she would no longer be participating in the show. It was first announced that it was due to filming logistics because Lindsie lives in Georgia and they film in Tennessee. But we later found out that that was not the case. The reason they decided that she would no longer be on the show was because she said that her father Todd was trying to exploit her divorce with her husband Will. Her and Will did separate for a while, about a year from what I gather, but they did get back together and they are together now. However, during that time that they were split up, Lindsie had other relationships. She apparently, allegedly had a relationship with Robbie Hayes, the star from The Bachelorette. She also was intimate with Josh Murray, another star from the Bachelorette franchise. And from what Lindsie reported to the police was her father has been holding this sex tape over her head for quite some time now. When everything started happening with Todd and the family being investigated for tax fraud, Todd and Chase held this over Lindsie's head in order to try to get her to lie for the family. And she basically wouldn't do it, but she was scared that this tape possibly exists. She said she never knew for sure. Robbie Hayes said he never knew for sure, but they were threatened. Robbie Hayes turned over information to the Attorney General. He said he had a boatload of evidence to prove that Todd and Chase did in fact threaten to release this tape. But now the Chrisleys, Todd and Chase and Savannah, they're saying the tape never even existed. Like, we don't even know what they're talking about. However, if you go back in the tweets that Todd posted back in 2017, he posted tweets about this tape. He would say things like hashtag thank God for puppy cams, hashtag JAMRH, which was the initials for the guys that she hooked up with, hashtag cheated twice, basically implying that Lindsie cheated on Will because they were legally still married at the time. So Savannah has also spoken out about her sister on Twitter as well. She made a post back in 2017 saying, if you come for me, basically, I'm just kind of paraphrasing. She basically said, if you come for me, fine, but if you come for my mom, like, we have issues. Clean out your own bed before you start judging others. And then Todd commented back on it saying, especially when you've had more men in your bed than just your husband. Of course, everybody kind of figured out later on that they were talking about Lindsie. Savannah Chrisley gave an interview to a reporter at an airport, okay, just a few days ago, like this past Sunday, and she addressed her parents' recent tax evasion charges and allegations of extortion with Lindsie, okay, and I'm going to play the audio for you guys. However, keep in mind they are at an airport, so the audio is not going to be that good, but you can still hear what she's saying. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you guys now, and listen to the way she slams her sister.
It's going good.
It's got to be a tough time for the family right now.
It is, but you know what? We get through it.
Right? Where do you stand on it? Because the family's divided. As divided as they've ever been.
Yes.
Where do you stand on it personally?
You know what? I stand behind my mom and dad. I know how they've raised us, and I know the values that they've taught us. So if they've taught us those values, it means they have them themselves. So
do you believe your mom and dad at this point? I mean, let's talk about the extortion claims by Lindsie.
Yes.
Right? Any truth to the fact that your father could be trying to extort them. The sex tape, we know they didn't make a sex tape because it was probably the doggy cam. Is there any truth to those?
You know, I don't want to speak on it too much, but what I can say is it's extremely sad that someone is using a sex tape that doesn't even exist in order to get 5 more minutes of fame. So, it's sad.
So your sister's trying to get five more minutes of fame?
I mean, it is what it is. I know that my dad has never.
So there is no sex tape.
No.
Has your father ever seen his
No.
dog?
And my father would want to see something like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little weird, right? You know that your father would view his daughter's sex tape and then try to get money out of it.
Yeah. So no. If anything, he would try to help her because that should be something that you should be embarrassed about. So.
Well, you should maybe be embarrassed if you made a sex tape. That's one thing, but they're saying that it didn't make a sex tape, that it was caught on the doggy cam, right?
Yeah.
And look, if you put a camera in my house, right, the things that go on in my house, right, and you were to end up on camera, it'd be kind of weird. Yours probably the same thing, right? So you're saying there is no sex tape?
No, there is not. To my knowledge, there is not.
Because your father and Chase could do a lot of time in prison if they followed through.
They're not going to because...
They're not going to what?
They're not going to spend any time in prison. They're not for this because it's not something that they've done. They have stuff to back it up, so it's just, they're not. And it's extremely sad that my dad has a child of his that's trying to make his life so miserable just because she wasn't on the show and she didn't get the attention that she wanted. So
can the family recover from this? I mean, this is serious, and I know she said that she's open to repairing the relationship. Can your family recover from these allegations? Are really scandalous.
You know, sometimes there's no going back. And I can say for me personally, no. I love her, but no.
You'll never forgive your sister over this? No matter what?
No matter what.
Have you talked to her recently?
Nope.
Is your father open to forgiving? Now, children are different than siblings. I've got siblings that I don't talk to and I will never talk to again. Parents are different.
Yeah.
Is your father open to repairing that relationship?
You know, my dad has said he will always love Lindsie. She is his daughter. And what he decides to do is on him.
Even after these accusations?
Yes, even after these accusations, which shows the kind of person that he is. If she needed something tomorrow, he would help her. It's who he is. It's how he's been with all of his kids.
His heart.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's his heart. He's one of the best human beings I've ever met. So what he decides to do is on him. I'm an adult and I can have the relationships that I want to have, and you just can't have people in your life that you can't trust.
What's her end game? What's Lindsie's end game? Does she want to see her father in prison, do you think?
That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. So it's sad.
Yeah.
But the truth always wins. And the truth's gonna win. So
let me ask you this. You said for this they won't go to prison. The tax evasion charges. They could do prison time for that too.
you know, I don't know anything with their finances and all of that. All I know is my parents have always encouraged us to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So if they're encouraging us to do the right thing, then they're doing the right thing themselves. So there's a lot of stuff behind it, but like I said, the truth always wins.
How worried are you for your parents at this point? Because this is a scary time. This isn't, look, sure you guys are television personalities and you live your lives on television, but this is not a joke. You know, it's kind of a serious thing here. How worried are you for your? I mean, really, not just your parents.
I hate that my parents are going through something like this. It's heartbreaking to see, and it's heartbreaking to see that one of their children have contributed to it. So it's extremely sad, and like I said, the truth always wins.
What's your fiance think? He's like, oh man, I'm marrying into this crazy, batshit crazy family. What does he think about it?
He's been extremely supportive. So, and at the end of the day, you know, I'm always going to stick with my family. So you got to be supportive, or.
All right, final question. All of this drama, it's some serious drama.
Yeah.
Does it make for better reality television? Let's be honest
No.
here.
I mean, for us.
Should we rather should you guys just wrap all of that into sextortion, the tax evasion claims, the family drama, wrap it up into one show?
You know, I think we would, but as you know, with legal stuff, it's kind of difficult. So it will be touched on, I have a feeling, but...
So you guys think you'll address all those issues on the show?
Potentially. I mean, it is a reality show, so stuff's going on in our life, but at the end of the day, I stand by my parents. I know what they have and have not done, and like I said, the truth always comes out at the end. It's not going to be pretty along the ride, but the truth always wins.
So you stand by Chase as well?
I do.
All right, what's your message to your sister at this point? If you could give her a message, any message. I know you said the relationship's done, but what's your message to Lindsie at this point?
You know what? At the end of the day, I am working on trying to let go of the hard feelings that I have. So it's sad. I do love her. I wish nothing but the best for her. But she needs to focus on herself instead of trying to tear other people down.
You love her, you wish her the best, but you'll never forgive her? Is that kind of where you're at?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Right now.
But who knows?
You know what? Who knows? Things can change. God has
But
a way of working.
Robbie says he has messages from Chase and this and that and the other.
Yeah, I'm not
and
going
you
to
laugh.
touch on
Okay.
that. I just think it's really funny that all these Bachelor stars are trying to get their 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't get it on that show, they find another way to get it. So I hope Robbie gets what he's wanting. But, you know, like I said, the truth always wins, and who knows? The roles could be flipped. So.
All right, Savannah, thank you so much. You got it. Bye.
Okay, you guys, so Savannah basically shoots down any allegations of there even being a sex tape. She accuses Lindsie of fabricating the story in order to stay in the spotlight. The FBI, they are investigating this. They are investigating the extortion claims, and they did go to the friend that had these puppy cams that caught this alleged romp. You know, they went to the friend and asked if the tape exists, and the friend said no. The only conclusion I can draw because of the tweets was that it was said that they existed, and there was a reason it was said that they existed, and that reason was basically to try to get someone to do what they wanted them to do. If those tweets did not exist, if Ty would have never said in a tweet, "Thank God for puppy cams," then I would be more likely to question, you know, if Lindsie did fabricate this. But you can't erase what you put on the internet. So she also claimed that Robbie from The Bachelorette was just trying to get his 5 minutes of fame because he was not getting what he wanted from other shows. So now he's basically trying to ride their coattails. So, and she did say too that she would never forgive Lindsie, but then there at the end she said, you never know what could happen. And she said that if Lindsie called Todd today, Todd would come running. And I think we've kind of seen that with Kyle, because it was said that they were still estranged from each other, but we found out later that they're not. They actually do have a relationship now. And when reports started coming out about the tax evasion and everybody started really talking about the Chrisleys and the sex tape and then possibly going to jail for wire fraud, everybody was talking about the fact that he was estranged from Kyle as well. So then Kyle stepped forward and done an interview saying that I'm no longer estranged from my father, and everything that I said in the past bad about my dad was a lie. I was on drugs and I was mad at him. So he went on and smeared his dad's name. He comes back to say that everything that he said bad about his dad was a lie. So he's not estranged from Kyle anymore. And from everything that I've read, Kyle does not have anything to do with Lindsie. Chase does not have anything to do with Lindsie. Savannah clearly doesn't. And Julie and Todd don't. So right now, Lindsie is on her own without her family, but she does have a relationship with her mother, Teresa, now. I did read an interview that she done where she said she does have a relationship with her mother. So that is good to hear. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the fact that Savannah basically slammed her sister, saying that she is just looking for a few more minutes of fame, and that's why she made up this story about the sex tape? Let me know your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and until next time, goodbye everyone.